Morning students. So today we are going to discuss Thomson's model of an atom and Rutherford's nuclear model of an atom. Now first of all, Thomson's model of an atom. These two models we have studied in 9th standard also. So now here it is just a revision. Thomson model of an atom. J.J. Thomson proposed that an atom possesses a spherical shape. Radius is approximately 10 raised to power minus 10. This is 10 raised to power minus 10. Okay, this is 10 raised to the power minus 10 nanometer. No, meter. 1 angstrom is 10 raised to power minus 10 meter. So radius is approximately 10 raised to power minus 10 meter, in which the positive charge is uniformly distributed. The electrons are embedded. Embedded means having fixed position in such a manner as to give the most stable electrostatic arrangement. Means that they are at fixed position, electrons are at the fixed position, and positive charge is spread throughout the sphere. So this helps in stability of the atom. Okay, now as the structure is, on the basis of that, the different names are given to this model. First name was plum pudding's model of an atom, or raisin's pudding model of an atom, or watermelon model of an atom. Just like in case of watermelon, that red portion represents whole of the sphere in which positive charge is distributed, whereas the black seeds, they represent just like electrons which are at the fixed positions. Okay, now this model is also called plum pudding's model. So plum pudding's model means just like, or raisin's pudding model, just like in a sweet dish, that white portion represents the positive charge which is spread throughout, whereas the cashew nuts or whatever dry fruits we have kept in that, those represent electrons. So it is also termed as raisin pudding or plum puddings. Now one more important feature of this model was that it was assumed that whole of the mass of atom is uniformly distributed. This is important. Whole of the mass is uniformly distributed. This was proposed by Thomson. Okay, now as far as neutrality is concerned, this model was okay because total positive charge and total negative charge was same, so it was neutral in all. But whatever researches were there after some time, those researches were not in the agreement of postulates which are given by Thomson. So in the later stage it was discarded. Now you can see this is the diagram which represents Thomson's model of an atom. Now see, in this diagram, this brown portion, this colored portion represents positive charge. So this is throughout the sphere, so it means positive charge is spread throughout the sphere, and these blue colored are representing electrons. So total positive charge is equal to the total negative charge, and so the atom is neutral as a whole. This was proposed by Thomson. So what we will say, what is Thomson model of an atom? We will say that atom is like a sphere. Atom is like a sphere in which positive charge is spread throughout the sphere and negatively charged electrons are embedded in it in order to make the atom neutral as a whole. Now let us come to Rutherford's model of an atom. Now what was there in the beginning? Rutherford, along with his students were Hans Geiger and Ernest Marsden. Along with his students, he did one experiment. In that experiment, he took a very thin gold foil and bombarded it and made the alpha particles to strike with this. Okay, now this gold metal foil, it was of the thickness of 100 nanometer, near about 100 nanometer. 100 nanometer means 100 multiplied by 10 raised to power minus 9 meter. This was the thickness. Okay, this is very less thickness. Now what he did, the thin gold foil had a circular fluorescent zinc sulfide screen. Means suppose here it is the gold foil, then it was surrounded by a circular screen. That circular screen was coated with zinc sulfide. Zinc sulfide purpose, you know, we have done in the last session also. Zinc sulfide coated screen produces fluorescence. So whenever a particle strikes with it, there is we can see the flash, or a particular point can be seen there. Okay, so this is the purpose of zinc sulfide coated screen, so that we can observe to which direction these alpha particles are going, whether they are moving straight or they are deflected by some angle, or where they are going. That can be checked by movable circular screen. Okay, now whatever results we got, they were unexpected. So what was the experiment and what were the observations? See, look at this picture. This is the source of alpha particles. This is the source of alpha particles. This is lead plate. Lead plate purpose is to absorb all the radiations which will fall on this. So there is a hole. Through that hole a fine beam will go inside, and other beams will be absorbed at the lead plate. Now this fine beam will strike with the gold foil. This is gold foil. Okay, this is gold foil. Now when they are striking, we will observe three types of particles. Many particles will move directly, few particles will get scattered by this angle, and very few will get scattered by large angle. Okay, so see, three observations are there. One is beam is going straight, means no angle. Another is it is moving by this angle, so this is the angle. Another is it is moving like this, so angle is like this, so this is the large angle. So three things were observed. What were those? Number one, most of the alpha particles passed through the foil undeflected. There was no deflection at all. A small fraction was deflected by small angles. Okay, small fraction got deflected by small angles, and very few alpha particles bounced back. Bounced back means they are striking in the same way they are coming back. Okay, so bounce back means here they strike and this direction only they are coming back. So this was also observed. Or if this happens, then it means this is the angle. Okay, and if this happens, then this is the angle. So whether it is this one or this one, in both the cases it is large deflection. We will say it is large deflection. Now why these three things happened? These are the reasons. You can check here now. Okay, now see, these particles represent the particles in the gold foil. Okay, these are the particles in the gold foil. These are particles. These are gold foil particles, or gold particles, we can say gold particles. Okay, now these are the rays which we are incidenting. These are the incident rays which are going through the silver foil. So what we are observing, see, this one, this one, this one, these are directly moving ahead. So they are the first observation. Okay, and why is it so? See, most of the space in the atom is empty. That is why it is possible that these alpha particles are moving directly, straight way they are moving. So how it is possible? If most of the space within the atom is empty, only then it is possible. Now a few positively charged particles, alpha particles, they were deflected by a small angle, just like see this one or this one. So they were moving like this, and now they are deflected by this angle. So this is the angle of deflection. This is the angle of deflection. Okay. Now why it happens? So why it happens? When the alpha particle comes near the center of atom, where whole of the positive charge is present, then it feels repulsive force and it gets deflected by small angle. So there is deflection by small angle. Now third is that very few got deflected by a large angle. See, this is the direction of movement, but this way at this particular angle it has deflected. So it means that if alpha particle, which is positively charged, if it moves in such a way that it directly strikes with the center, of the atom, then what will happen? Then it will be either bounce back, or it will be deflected by large angle. So what all things were said in this? One more thing is said, that volume occupied by the nucleus is very small as compared to the total volume of atom. The radius of atom is about 10 raised to power minus 10 meters, whereas the radius of nucleus is about 10 raised to power minus 15 meter. So we can say that there is large vacant space inside the atom. Now whatever observations and explanations are there for different observations in the scattering experiment, on the basis of that he proposed his model, which is called Rutherford's model of an atom. So what three main things were told? First thing, this is first, this is second, and this is third. So first thing is, the positive charge and most of the mass of the atom was densely concentrated in extremely small region. This very small portion of the atom was called nucleus. Okay, so one question comes, who discovered nucleus? So what we will say, Rutherford discovered nucleus. This is the term which was given by Rutherford. Okay. Now secondly, the nucleus is surrounded by electrons that move around the nucleus with a very high speed in circular path called orbits. Okay. So what was proposed? That electrons are moving continuously at a very high speed around the nucleus in a circular path, and that circular path was named as orbit. Okay. Now third thing, electrons and the nucleus are held together by electrostatic force of attraction. Electrostatic force of attraction means the attractive force between oppositely charged ions. So oppositely charged ions are attracted by electrostatic force of attraction. So now whatever we have studied, on the basis of this, these are the questions which you have to solve. Okay, thank you.